All right, so another thing I've learned about suppressors over the years is that it's very important to clean them. So talk to everybody a little bit about when you want to clean your suppressor, why it's important to clean a suppressor, and about the difference between like a non-serviceable suppressor and one that's serviceable.
So it used to be the old wives' tale was you never had to clean your suppressor. And sometimes, that's, you could, depend on how much you shoot. Let's say you never shot more than 3,000 rounds. Well, then you never had to clean your suppressor. So if you're going to shoot larger cartridges that burn more powder and you're going to do it in high volume, you will actually start to weigh the suppressor down with built up carbon inside. And you can check that. Like we use a little scale like we've been showing here before. So you can weigh the suppressor. On a sealed can, if you get more than 2, at the most 3 ounces of added weight, it's time to soak that baby right then.
You've seen them with that much carbon buildup and excess powder.
I've seen them with 12 ounces.
12 ounces.
And they're completely done suppressing. They're just totally full of carbon.
So it's super important to clean it, not only to keep it clean, but doesn't it bring back or it truly suppresses it better? Because the more you have built up, the gases aren't operating correctly. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. And we had some in test. We had on full auto M16s that, ran for 4,000 rounds with no cleaning at all. And they were still doing a job, but it was a 3-day soak to get the core to come apart. Especially on, that's another thing, full auto is going to clog them up faster. That
Rim
kind of
fire.
stuff, like rim fire is going to definitely clog them up faster. So, it's really nice having a user serviceable can. You can soak these in CLR, the common cleaning solution, and it will come. And you knock them, and big chunks of carbon will come out, and you put it back in there and let it soak for another day.
Okay.
And then knock it, and big chunks of carbon will come out. So it's a wives' tale that you never have to clean them unless you never shoot. Then
then it's not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
But if you shoot a lot, definitely clean them. And I've also heard you talk about and preach wearing gloves, safety equipment, because even that CLR, the common household cleaning solution, is still toxic. So you want to make sure you clean it, but it will help you clean it. And you can see the advantage. Like this one, I can just take that off. You can see everything. I can clean it out. I can brush it with a wire brush. I can do anything else. Now I'm not going to hurt it with a wire brush, right? Can you use a brass brush?
Yeah, brass is fine.
Brass or nylon, just like you would with anything else. But I like the ones that are serviceable because you can take them apart, you can look at it, and you can make sure it's clean.
Yeah, and I for sure think, if you're not weighing them, you should be cleaning it every 3,000 rounds at the most.
There you go. So it is important to clean your suppressor to keep it functioning at its optimum level.
Yeah, and a 22 rimfire, probably for sure every 1,000, and it doesn't hurt anything if it's 500 rounds and you've got nothing to do that day to go ahead and clean it then too.
And that's just because that's such a more corrosive, what I mean,
well,
22
it's
rimfires?
dirtier is what it is. There's more unburnt powder because it's not high pressure, and then there's also particles of the lead bullet. Since it's not a jacketed bullet, it's a lead bullet, so there's more lead particulate in there, and then the powder burns dirtier since it's a lower pressure cartridge. It's not as efficiently combusted.
There you go. You got all that fancy stuff. It's important to clean them one way or the other.